All right, let's do another video on this, and I am going to do number 10. And I gave you guys the answer key. The problem is you got to show me work. So I think I assigned the odds, but I want to do this even because what I see here is this minus sign, which is a lot like number 7, okay? So anytime you see a minus sign, like on number 11, be really careful, okay? And let's look at why. This one's not going to be as bad as number 7, and the reason why is this has 2 terms, and so when you multiply over here by x minus 1, you're going to have to be remembering you're not multiplying in a 5x, you're multiplying in a negative 5x. So just be careful, watch that sign. So if you miss it, I'm just telling you that's probably why. So let's look at number 10. Typically, you know, I would tell you to go ahead and factor this, but what I'm learning with this particular problem, this worksheet, is it can get really messy. So let's do these without factoring. So basically what I mean by that is, remember, to add and subtract, you have to have a common denominator. So this guy, this 2, wants that. He wants what the other guy has. So I'm just going to multiply the top and the bottom by that 4v squared plus 4v. Now, technically, he already has a 2 in there, but I'm going to pretend I don't see that. So I'm going to give this guy a 2 as well on the top and the bottom. So let's come over here and let's see what happens here. So he's got a 2, he wants a 2. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to multiply by 2. Okay. This guy says, well, I want what he's got. So I'm going to do this without even factoring at this point. See what happens. So there we go. Okay. So that's going to give me 6. Now here's where I said you have to be careful. And by the way, remember we're doing this so we can take the 2 and make them 1. So I'm going to do one big fraction. So I've got this. And by the way, I am going to factor that here in just a little bit because I see it has a 4 in common and a v in common, and I'm going to be pulling that out. But I'm not worried about this yet. Now, here's where you make mistakes. A lot of people want to distribute the 7 in. This is not a 7. This is a negative 7. So be careful. So that gives me a negative 28 v squared. So I'm going to come right here. And again, remember that's negative 7 times a 4v is going to give me negative 28v. Okay, so that's it. I don't see, there's not any like terms. I can see that I could factor out a 2. Okay, so I might do that. If I pull out a 2, and it's killing me because I want to write this in descending order so bad. But if I do that, okay, I'm not going to do that yet. But, oh, I want to. Let's see, 2 goes into that 14 times. 2 is going to go into that 14 times. And look at this. I'm not even going to worry about it. But do you see how those 2's are canceling? Now I could, just to be on the safe side, go ahead and pull out that 4v, which is going to leave me v plus 1. Remember, 4v times 1 gives me the 4v. So, you know, before I go any further and I try to even factor that numerator, I'm telling you, look at your answers. I gave you your answers. See if that's what they got. If not, see if you can figure out what they have. And look, here's what they have. Like, I got to find it. What a crazy lady. That's exactly what we have. So we're like, man, we're good.